Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone. Hey, welcome back to Discovery Ranch. I'm Mr. Dawson, and I'm here to take you on discovery so you can learn how to read and write. We've been talking about recycling and protecting the environment, and I just found this bottle that I'm going to save and I'm going to put in recycling. I don't want to get it in the trash. I don't want to put it in the trash, no way. So I'm going to put this in my Discovery Ranch can so I can recycle it later. Remember that when you're here with us, if you will write to me, I will send you an activity book. Write to me about something you've learned this week. I'm very excited to hear from you. All right, let's get started. We have a lot of things to do today, but let's start off doing Daily Phonemic Awareness. Yes, today we are going to add phonemes. This game is so fun. All right, here we go. Let's get started. So if I have eat, can you say eat? Now, if I put w at the very front of eat, what's my new word? Wheat. Oh, that was very good. Here's another one. You ready? My word is ban. Can you say ban? Okay, now if I put duh, not at the beginning, no, but at the end, what would my new word be? Band. 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 You got it. Okay, last one. Here we go. This is kind of a fun one. You ready? If I had the word poke, can you say poke? Yes. Now, if I put a s in the front of it, what would my word be? Poke. Spoke. My word would be spoke. Excellent. Oh, that was so much fun. Let's do it again, maybe next week. All right, let's do our sight words. We've been learning sight words all this week. Let's start with these right here. We're going to do these red ones or pink ones or salmon ones. I don't know. You decide. Here we go. S-A-I-D spells said. U-P spells up. H-A-D spells had. W-I-L-L spells will. A-L spells all. O-N-E spells one. Very interesting word. B-Y spells by. F-R-O-M spells from. T-H-A-T spells that. And H-O-W spells how. Oh, that was amazing. Remember, when you put these words in your brain, you'll know them when you read. And if you need to write them, you'll say, oh, I know how to write that one because I remember them from Discovery Ranch. That's right. All right, let's take a look at some phonics. Are you ready? Remember, we've been reviewing the vowels, and the vowels have two sounds. They can say their sound, which is a happy face, or they can say their name, which I put the line, which they're not happy, they're not sad, they just do it when the clue is there. So let's go through all of the vowels. Are you ready? A and A is for A. E and E is for E. And for I, we have I, and I is for I. And O has ah, and O is for O. And then we have U, and U is for you, and sometimes ooh. And then we have the digraphs. CH says ch, that's two letters that make one phoneme. TH says th, SH says sh, and WH says wah. Now, we've been learning about ooh. Do you remember that? Ooh, the spoon. You remember the spoon card? That's right. When you hear that word, spoon, You hear that ooh sound. Well, I have a story for you. Let's look at our story. The title of our story is Heaven Stew. Heaven Stew. Let's read it. Heaven needs to make a stew soon. She will use a spoon and a new pot. In goes the water. In goes the food. Heaven stirs, stirs, stirs. The stew is hot, but it is good. You know what I want to do? I want to find a few of those clues that tell me it's going to say ooh. One of them is oh. And I see right here, ooh, look, ooh, there you go. And there's another clue one that has it's EW. Do you see that one? Stew. Ooh, ooh. Look at that. Let's see if there's some more. Here's one. Oh. Ooh, food. Look at all those clues for ooh. And here's EW again for ooh. Oh, I missed one. Did you find it? Oh, yeah, I bet you did. Oh, spoon. But there's one here. This is an interesting one. Let me see. Good. Good? Let me read that. The stew is hot, but it is good. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. So, I remember. Sometimes can say ugh. So I'm going to try that one. Good. Good. The stew is hot, but it is good. Oh, yes, that's right. So this is not going to say ooh. It's going to say ugh. Wow, that is amazing. You guys did really well on Heaven Stew. I wonder how it tastes. I'm sure that if heaven made it, it's going to taste good. Okay, now we've been talking about writing a lot this week. Oh my goodness, have we been talking about writing. Now remember, when we think about writing, I think about that hamburger. Do you remember that hamburger? Let's look at that hamburger. And I think about how a paragraph is like a hamburger. It has a topic, which is telling me what we're going to talk about. And then it has the details. That's the juicy part. That's the really important part of our paragraph of our story. And then I have a conclusion at the bottom. It's kind of like what we've been talking about all week. Let's take a look at our essential question that we have this week. The essential question is, what ideas can you suggest to protect the environment? And we've been doing that around the ranch here. We've been recycling the chicken coop, and I'm gonna recycle that bottle. It's gonna be so cool. Well, I'm going to use this to help us to write this week. In fact, to help us, I have a little video that talks about protecting the environment. Here we go.
Protect our Earth. What ideas can you suggest to protect the environment? There are many ways to protect the environment. People create wildlife reserves for animals that are endangered, like this white rhino. On a wildlife reserve, an animal's habitat is protected. Another way to protect the environment is to keep it clean. These children pick up trash and recycle bottles. Keeping the community park clean helps the environment. When we save water, it helps the environment too. This girl doesn't waste water. She turns off the water while she brushes her teeth. What ideas do you have to protect the environment?
Did you like that video? That video gave us some ideas of how we can protect the environment. We're going to talk more about that on our reading day. But I want to use that video to help us do some writing. Look right here. I have a paragraph. I want to talk about it. So let's see. I got some pens in here. I have this trusty dusty green pen because I have a topic. A topic is like the go sentence. It tells everybody what I'm going to talk about. In this case, it says there are many ways to protect the environment. Now everybody knows. They know what I'm going to talk about. What am I going to talk about? I'm going to talk about ways to protect the environment. Now, it's good to know the topic, the go sentence, but do you remember what I said? The hamburger tells us that the middle part is the juicy part. It's the part that really is important. It gives me the details of what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the ways to protect the environment. And then when I'm done, I have to say have a conclusion, which usually can be another way of stating or saying your first sentence. Or you can give a conclusion of what you think or what you want people to learn about your topic. So remember, there's 3 parts of a paragraph. There's the topic, there's the details, and then there's the conclusion. Well, the topic says we can recycle cans. That's one way. We can use less water. That's another juicy piece about the way that we can protect the environment. There's 2 ways, but you notice what I have here? I have an empty line because I want us to think of a way to that we can help the environment to protect it. I have my black pen to help us write. So let's think of a sentence. Let me see. Oh, wait, can you help me? Help me think of a sentence that I can write. Oh, I know. We can pick up trash. We can pick up trash. 5 words. What's the first word? We. Sight word. We. W-E. Can. Another sight word. C-A-N. Ooh, pretty good. We can pick. P-ick. P is for P. I is for I. Do you see how we're using all the things that we've learned? K is for CK. We can pick up. Sight word. How do you spell it? U and P. Trash. Ooh, that can be a hard one. Trash. Ooh, there's a digraph in there. T is for T. All those skills we've picked up. Is for R. A is for A. Sh is for SH. Look at that. We can pick up trash. What do we need now? The period. Right. We did it. We've learned so many things about writing. Oh my goodness, it's already time to go. We'll learn more tomorrow. We'll see you later. Bye. Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.